definition of insanity is. Insanity is doing the exact same fucking thing over and over again, expecting shit to change. That is crazy. The first time somebody told me that, I don't know, I thought they were bullshitting me, so boom, I shot him. The thing is, okay, he was right. And then I started seeing it everywhere I looked, all these fucking pricks, everywhere I looked, doing the exact same fucking thing, over and over and over and over and over again, thinking, this time, it's gonna be different. No, please. This time, it's gonna be different. I'm sorry. I don't like the way you are looking at me. Okay?
Oh, Jesus.
Hello and welcome back to another episode on TheSenselessBros. This time round we're actually looking at Warzone, the bigger predecessor over multiplayer for Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So in this video we're going to go over the little things about Warzone that just make it so frustrating but yet so interesting, as you could probably tell by the introduction of this video. Without further ado, let's get into it. With like any good map that comes out, especially in Warzone, you have to know exactly where to land and where not to land. These are basically the do's and don'ts on how you survive in a typical Warzone game. Do not end up going to Stadium, especially now in Season 5 that it's all opened up. That is just don't do it, trust me, you're better off just not going there. Unless you want to flock with a bunch of other seagulls and get murked quicker than you can say whoops. Another place to go to, or actually to not go to, would be the new train station, as well as in Season 5. Train station is another one of those places that have now opened up completely fully with a whole new interior and a lot of loot. To be honest with you, if you've got a decent team of people and you all know what you're doing, then I would say go to train station. If not, it's just not worth your time. One of the lesser known places to go would be Hills. Hills for some reason is one of those awkward places that sometimes when you go there, it's actually not too bad, as in, most of the time you'll be left alone, but you have those rare instances where if you get a decent gun, you just camp on the top of the roof and you just wait and hope for the best. And lastly, well, the last two technically, because they're connected together, Hospital and Downtown. Hospital is a pain in the arse for snipers, especially if they're sitting at the top. You'll have no chance of getting through one place to the next. The same with Downtown. It's almost next to impossible. Unless you've got decent people who know how to snipe and you already have the high ground. Let's just hope that the storm does not make you lose your high ground and your enemies have the high ground over you. Okay, next up, let's talk about the contracts in the game. These help you get money towards UAVs, self-revive kits, armor, and anything else that could possibly aid you in terms of the Warzone environment. So with the contracts that you can actually get, you can get a bounty, recon, scavenger, most wanted, a contraband, supply run. And with the supply run, you actually end up getting something for free in the shop that will aid you in Warzone itself. So, which ones will be the best ones to get? In everybody's opinion, Scavenger is probably the best. You get the most turnout out of all of them. Not only that, there are 3 of them that you have to collect, giving everybody an extra bonus. So if all 3 of you hit those boxes, as well as hitting the last one, everybody gets an exclusive bonus that makes and puts it towards helping you in the war zone. Second up would be the bounty contract. The bounty contract is a little bit harder than the rest because you actually have to seek out and kill the target yourself, unless you're lucky enough where other people take out the bounty target for you. Recon is probably the better one out of all of them, simply because it will tell you where the circle is heading to and where it's going towards. This one is very, very useful, but everybody else in the map can see when you're doing one, which can put up for some really interesting and intense moments when people try and push you, try and get you off of that, just to get a free kill, because why not, I guess. The last and final thing is, don't go to the gulag. Everybody hates the gulag, everybody's been ashamed in the gulag, and everybody's been put to sleep in the gulag. Why do I say don't go to the gulag? Because as soon as you get there, you get bent over and have to take it up the tailpipe. That's unlucky. Really? Oh, yep. So as you can probably tell, Warzone really tests your patience. You're not always going to win, and you're not guaranteed to win. But I tell you what, when you actually finally get that win, there is nothing sweeter than actually tasting that W and just calling it a night, simply because you know that you're better than everybody else in that lobby. Simply because, well, you won. Just watch your own back, make sure you have a decent team, And hell, eventually you'll be able to get a win. And that concludes today's episode. The TheSenselessBros signing out.
Alpha Centauri.
Oh, of course, here you are. You're just on YouTube as usual, aren't you? When are you actually going to get a job and start paying rent towards this house? Like, seriously, are you even going to get a job? Hey! Don't answer me back like that. Listen, right, I pay rent towards this house and you just watch YouTube all the time.